All right, so you're getting ready for a family social worker interview.
That's great.
It's a career where you can really have an impact on people's lives.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got all these resources from RoleCatcher,
Mm-hmm.
career guides, interview guides, even some information on their AI tools.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to really dig into all of it today
Yeah.
to help you absolutely crush this interview.
It's not just about knowing the answers, right?
Right.
It's about, really letting your passion shine through
Yeah.
and showing that you understand this field.
For sure.
So we're going to, tackle some of those tough interview questions,
Okay.
give you some insider tips,
Love it.
and we'll even look at how RoleCatcher's AI
Okay.
can help you really polish those answers to make you stand out.
Okay. Let's unpack this. First things first. What does a family social worker actually do?
Right.
Before we even get to the interview,
Okay.
paint me a picture.
Okay, so think of them as skilled navigator, guiding families through really tough situations like addiction, mental health issues, financial struggles.
Yeah.
Sometimes all of those things at once.
Right.
And they're the ones that connect families with the right support systems.
Okay.
And what's really important is they help those families use those services effectively.
So it's not just handing them a pamphlet.
Exactly.
It's really like making sure they understand and can actually utilize the services.
Yeah, empowering families to become self-sufficient.
I like that.
Okay.
Now, the RoleCatcher Career Guide talks about the work environment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't really sugarcoat things.
Yeah.
What are some of the realities of working in this field?
It can be emotionally demanding.
Yeah.
You're working with families in crisis a lot of the time,
Right.
often in very high stress situations.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to be interacting with a ton of different people,
Right.
the families themselves,
Of course.
other social workers,
Yeah.
healthcare professionals. And you need really strong communication skills
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of empathy to thrive in this kind of environment.
Yeah, because you're building relationships with people who are going through really, really tough times.
Right.
The Career Guide even mentions burnout
Right.
as a potential downside.
Yeah.
But it also highlights the incredible reward
Yeah.
of helping these families through those tough times,
Mm-hmm.
making a difference.
Right.
All right, let's get into the interview questions.
Yeah. Okay.
The RoleCatcher Interview Guide has so many,
Yeah.
but there's one I think everybody gets asked.
Okay.
Tell me about your experience working with families.
Yeah, that's a classic.
What's the best way to approach this one?
Well, first of all, don't panic if you haven't, held the official title of family social worker.
Okay.
The key is to think broadly.
Okay.
Have you volunteered at a shelter?
Oh,
Have you mentored a young person?
Mm-hmm.
Even navigating a complex family situation personally can be really relevant experience.
So even if it's not like formal social work experience,
Mm-hmm.
it still counts.
Absolutely. It's all about highlighting transferable skills.
Okay.
Think communication, problem solving,
Uh-huh.
conflict resolution,
Yep.
and empathy. That's a big one.
Yeah.
They want to see that you can handle the weight of this work,
Right.
that you genuinely care about helping these families.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, RoleCatcher's AI can actually help tailor your resume and cover letter to emphasize these skills
Right.
for specific jobs, right?
Yeah, their CV and resume builder is amazing.
Oh, tell me more about that.
It's like your resume can just morph
Right.
to perfectly match each job description.
Wow.
The AI analyzes what they're looking for,
Okay.
and it suggests how to present your skills in a
Mhm.
way that really resonates with them.
That sounds like a huge time saver,
Oh, yeah.
especially if you're applying to a lot of different roles.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to another question.
Okay.
The interview guide mentions this one is all about gauging your composure.
Yeah.
How do you handle difficult or emotionally charged situations?
Oh, that's a tough one.
They want to see if you'll crack under pressure.
Right. Exactly.
Like, can you handle the heat?
They want to know you can stay calm,
Mm-hmm.
de-escalate a situation,
Right.
and remain professional even when things get really intense.
Okay.
Remember we talked about how emotionally challenging this work can be?
Yeah.
This is your chance to prove that you can handle it.
So how do you answer this without sounding like a robot?
Right.
Like you're just reading from a textbook.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Right.
Be specific.
Okay.
Talk about, techniques that you use.
Uh-huh.
Active listening is a good one.
Okay.
Remaining non-judgmental.
Mhm.
Setting boundaries.
Okay.
Those are all really good things to mention.
Okay.
Then think of a concrete example
Okay.
from your life.
Okay.
Maybe a volunteer role.
Okay.
Maybe even a part-time job
Mm-hmm.
where you had to handle a tricky situation.
Okay.
What did you do? What was the outcome?
Okay, so have a story ready.
Yes.
Something that shows you in action,
Exactly.
not just talking about it in theory.
Right.
Now, would it be helpful to mention,
Mm,
like, specific training,
yeah,
like conflict resolution workshops or something?
absolutely.
Okay.
It shows that you're proactive
Yeah.
and you know that you're invested in constantly learning and growing.
Yeah.
And, they might ask a follow-up question.
Okay.
Can you give me a specific example of de-escalating a situation with a family?
Right.
They're
Yeah.
going to want details.
Okay, so be ready for story time.
Right.
There's another question in the interview guide that's pretty technical.
Oh, yeah?
How do you approach developing a treatment plan for a family?
That's a big one.
What are the key things to hit on here?
This question is all about showing that you understand the whole social work process
Okay.
and that you can think systematically.
Okay.
So first, you assess the family's needs.
Okay.
What challenges are they facing?
Hmm.
What are their goals? Right.
Then you involve the family in the process.
Okay.
It's not something you just dictate to them.
Right. It's a collaboration.
It is.
You're working together to
Ego
set goals,
Yep.
figure out strategies, and then reach those goals.
Right. And then you have to evaluate,
Right.
is the plan working?
Yeah. Are we seeing progress?
Exactly. Are the interventions effective?
Uh-huh.
Do we need to adjust things?
Right.
It's an ongoing process.
It's a journey,
It is.
not a destination.
Right.
This is where I think RoleCatcher's AI interview practice tool
Yeah.
can be really valuable.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more about that.
I feel like it's almost like a mock interview,
It is.
but you get AI feedback.
You record yourself answering these tough questions,
Okay.
and the AI analyzes your response.
Okay.
It gives you feedback on your delivery,
Yeah.
your tone,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
even picks up on things like filler words
Wow.
or nervous habits.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like having a personal coach
Right.
in your pocket. I could use that back in the day.
It's a game changer.
Okay, let's get back to those practice questions.
Okay. Sounds good.
Can you give an example of a time when you had to advocate for a family's needs?
Oh, that's a good one.
What makes a good story for this question?
Choose a situation where you went above and beyond,
Okay,
where you really championed a family's cause.
okay.
Maybe you helped them access a crucial service
Mm.
or connected them with a resource they didn't even know existed.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid to get really specific.
okay.
Paint a vivid picture for them.
Okay, so focus on the steps you took,
Yes.
the actions you initiated,
Uh-huh.
and most importantly, the positive outcome.
Right. Show them that you get results,
Yeah,
that you're a person of action.
exactly. And it doesn't have to be this grand sweeping gesture.
No.
Sometimes it's the smallest things
Right.
that can have the biggest impact.
Absolutely.
Now, the career guide brings up something interesting here.
Oh, yeah.
Advancement paths.
Mm,
It makes it clear that this isn't a dead-end job.
not at all.
Like, there's actually room for growth.
Lots of room for growth.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So you could move into management,
Okay.
overseeing other social workers.
Okay.
You could specialize in policy development,
Uh-huh.
which means you're shaping the systems that impact families.
Wow.
You could even go into research,
Okay.
adding to our knowledge base of the field.
So it's not just working directly with families.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can kind of have a broader impact.
Yeah, you can work on a systemic level.
That's amazing.
It is.
And that leads us to another insider tip.
Okay.
Continuous learning.
Yes.
This field is always changing.
Always.
So staying ahead of the curve is essential.
Right.
They mention pursuing specialized certifications,
Mm-hmm.
like substance abuse counseling or trauma-informed care.
Yeah, those are really valuable.
Okay.
They show a real commitment to professional development,
Right.
and they can open doors to more specialized roles. Employers like to see that.
Yeah.
They want to know that you're dedicated to expanding your skill set
Right.
and staying up to date.
Okay, so you're not just stagnant. You
Yeah.
can kind of keep leveling up.
Exactly.
What else is in this insider tips treasure chest?
Well, here's one that might surprise you.
Okay.
Networking.
Networking.
Yeah.
Isn't that more of a business world thing?
You might think that,
Right.
but it's really important in social work, too.
Okay. So,
Attending conferences,
okay.
joining professional organizations.
Well,
You know, it's not just about what you know, it's about who you know
Okay.
and who knows you.
Right. Building those relationships,
Exactly.
connections.
Yeah, you never know where a conversation might lead.
You're right. You're right.
A chat at a conference
Mm-hmm.
could turn into a job opportunity,
Okay.
a mentorship,
Right.
maybe a collaboration on a research project.
Wow.
You just never know.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Building that professional network.
It's key.
Definitely adding that to my to-do list.
Good idea.
Now, we've talked a little bit about RoleCatcher's AI tools,
Yeah.
but I think it's worth diving a little deeper.
Okay.
especially for those who are feeling a little overwhelmed by this whole job application process.
Right.
Their AI tools can be game changers.
It really can.
They've got the CV and resume builder, the interview practice feature,
Yep.
and just this massive library of potential interview questions.
Right.
It's all designed to help you put your best foot forward.
Exactly.
Let's start with the CV and resume builder.
Okay.
This isn't just some basic template, right?
Oh, no, it's so much more than that.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about tailoring your resume for each specific job?
Yeah.
This tool takes that to a whole new level.
Okay.
It uses AI to analyze those job descriptions, and then it picks out the key skills that they're looking for and suggests ways to weave those skills into your resume.
So it's not just adding keywords. It's about really understanding what the hiring manager wants.
Exactly.
And presenting yourself in the best possible light.
It's like having a personal resume writer,
Wow.
but it's powered by AI.
That's amazing.
It can really make your application stand out.
Okay, I'm sold. What about the interview practice tool?
Okay, so that one's pretty cool.
Okay.
You record yourself answering these common interview questions.
Okay.
And yes, they have a whole section specifically for family social worker roles.
Awesome.
And then the AI analyzes your responses.
Okay.
It gives you feedback on your delivery, your tone. It even picks up on things like filler words or areas where you could expand on your answers.
So it's almost like having a personalized coach.
Yeah.
Helping you fine-tune your skills.
Exactly.
I wish I had this when I was starting out.
It's a fantastic resource.
Okay.
Especially for anyone who gets nervous during interviews.
Right.
You can practice as many times as you need to, and you get that instant feedback. So you can go into that interview feeling confident and prepared.
I love it. Okay, before we move on to the next section,
Okay.
I want to take a step back for a second.
Sounds good.
And remember why someone might choose this career path.
Yeah, that's important.
It's easy to get caught up in the logistics of the job search.
Right.
But the heart of this work is so much more than that.
It really is.
The career guide talks about the emotional rewards.
Yeah.
You're helping families through these incredibly difficult times and seeing them make positive changes, knowing that you made a difference.
That's the best part.
It's demanding, but it's so fulfilling.
It is.
You're not just punching a clock.
Right.
You're making a real impact on people's lives.
Absolutely.
It's about being a source of support, a guide, an advocate for these families who are going through these really complex and challenging situations.
Exactly.
There's a quote from the career guide that really stuck with me. They say, as you embark on this journey, consider specializing in a particular area of family social work. What resonates most with you?
Right.
It could be child welfare, substance abuse, working with families impacted by trauma, anything that speaks to your heart.
That's such a good point.
Right? It's about finding your niche.
Yeah.
The thing that really lights you up.
Exactly.
That can make you a stronger candidate.
For sure.
But more importantly, it'll bring a deeper sense of fulfillment to your work.
Yeah, you've got to love what you do.
It's about aligning your skills and your passions with your purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
And honestly, that's a recipe for a fulfilling career in any field.
In any field.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
We've explored what a family social worker does. We've delved into the work environment. We tackled some of those tricky interview questions.
Yeah.
We even uncovered some insider tips from the RoleCatcher Career Guide.
Yeah, those were good.
And explored how their AI tools can give you a real advantage.
It's amazing what technology can do these days.
And remember, RoleCatcher offers free access to their platform.
Yes.
So you can start exploring those resources today.
Definitely take advantage of that.
Don't underestimate the power of preparation.
Absolutely not.
And never lose sight of the impact you can have in this field.
It's so important to remember that.
Beautifully said. All right, that brings us to the end of this part of our deep dive.
Okay, great. All right, so we've prepped for those common questions.
Yeah.
Now let's dig into some insights from the RoleCatcher Career Guide.
Okay.
That can really give you an edge in the interview.
I love it. Insider tips tell me everything.
Okay, so they have a whole section on insider tips. And some of these are gold.
Okay, I'm all ears, School of Secrets.
Well, first of all,
Yeah.
they debunk this myth that family social work is a dead-end job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They actually outline some really interesting advancement paths.
Okay, so you're telling me there's room for growth
Absolutely.
in this field.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Okay, so you could move into management,
Okay.
leading teams of social workers.
Okay.
You could specialize in policy development, which means you'd be influencing the systems that impact families.
Wow.
You could even go into research,
Okay.
adding to the body of knowledge we have about the field.
So it's not just about working directly with families.
Right.
You could have like a broader impact.
Exactly. You can work on a systemic level.
That's incredible.
Okay.
Yeah. So that leads us to another insider tip.
Okay.
Continuous learning.
Yeah, this field is always evolving.
Constantly.
So staying ahead of the curve is essential.
They mentioned pursuing specialized certifications, right?
Yes. Things like substance abuse counseling or trauma-informed care.
Okay.
Those certifications show a real commitment to professional development.
Right.
And they can open doors to more specialized roles.
Makes sense.
Employers love to see that. Yeah.
You're dedicated to expanding your skills
Right.
and staying current with the latest best practices.
Okay. So you're not just stuck in one role. You can keep leveling up.
Exactly.
All right. What else is in this insider tip treasure chest?
Okay, here's one that might surprise you.
Okay. Hit me.
Networking.
Networking.
Yeah.
I thought that was more of a business world thing.
You would think that.
Yeah.
But it's really important in social work, too.
Okay.
Attending conferences.
Okay.
Joining professional organizations. It's not just about what you know.
Right.
It's also about who you know.
Okay.
And who knows you.
So building those relationships,
Exactly.
those connections within the field.
Yep. You never know where a conversation might lead.
Right. A random chat could turn into a job.
Exactly. A chat at a conference could turn into a job opportunity.
Okay.
Or a mentorship.
Yeah.
Or a collaboration on a research project.
Wow. Okay. I like it.
You just never know.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Building that professional network.
It's key.
Definitely adding that to my to-do list.
Good idea.
Okay, now we've talked a little bit about RoleCatcher's AI tools, but I want to dive a little deeper.
Okay.
Especially for those who are feeling a little overwhelmed by the whole job application process.
Can be a lot.
It can be a lot.
Yeah.
So their AI tools can be real game changers.
Oh, yeah.
So they've got the CV and resume builder we talked about, the interview practice feature, and this massive library of potential interview questions.
Right. It's like a one-stop shop.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And it's all designed to help you put your best foot forward.
Exactly.
So let's start with the CV and resume builder.
Okay.
This isn't just some basic template, right?
No. It's so much more.
Okay.
Remember we talked about tailoring your resume for each specific job?
Yes.
This tool takes that concept to a whole new level.
Okay, I'm listening.
It uses AI to analyze those job descriptions. And then it picks out the key skills they're looking for.
Okay.
And it suggests ways to weave those skills into your resume.
This is not just adding keywords.
Right.
It's about really understanding what the hiring manager wants to see.
Exactly. And presenting your experience in the most compelling way.
It's like having a personal resume writer.
It is.
But AI-powered.
But better.
Wow. Okay. I'm sold.
Yeah.
What about the interview practice tool?
Oh, that's a good one.
How does that work?
So you record yourself answering common interview questions.
What?
And they have a whole section for family social worker roles.
Perfect.
And then the AI analyzes your response.
Okay.
It gives you feedback on your delivery, your tone.
Okay.
It even picks up on things like filler words or areas where you could expand on your answers.
So it's like having a coach.
It is.
But a digital coach.
A digital coach in your pocket.
That's amazing.
I know. I wish I had this when I was starting out.
Me too. Okay. So you can practice as many times as you need, and you get that instant feedback.
Yep.
So you can walk into that interview feeling super confident and prepared.
Exactly. That's the goal.
I love that.
Oh.
Okay. Before we wrap up this section,
Okay.
I want to take a step back.
Sounds good.
And remember why someone might choose this career path in the first place.
Yeah. It's important to stay grounded.
It's easy to get caught up in the logistics of the job search and everything.
The resumes and the cover letters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the heart of this work is so much more than that.
It really is.
The career guide talks about the emotional rewards of this job.
Yeah.
Helping families through these tough times. Seeing them make positive changes.
Yeah.
Knowing that you made a difference in their lives.
That's the best feeling.
So it's a demanding job.
It is.
But it's also incredibly fulfilling.
So fulfilling.
You're not just punching a clock.
Nope.
You're making a real impact.
You're changing lives.
It's about being a source of support.
Yes.
A guide.
A mentor.
An advocate for these families who are going through these really complex and challenging situations.
It's not easy work.
It's not, but it's important work.
It is.
And there's a quote from the Career Guide
Okay.
that really resonated with me.
Mm-hmm.
They say, as you embark on this journey, consider specializing in a particular area of family social work.
Okay.
What resonates most with you? It could be child welfare, substance abuse, working with families impacted by trauma.
Yeah.
Anything that speaks to your heart.
That's such a good point.
Right? Finding that niche,
Mm.
the thing that really lights you up.
Exactly.
It can make you a stronger candidate.
For sure.
But more importantly, it brings a deeper sense of fulfillment to the work.
It's about finding that sweet spot where your skills meet your passions.
Yes.
Where you can really make a difference.
It's all about alignment.
It is.
Okay, so we've talked about the insider tips from the RoleCatcher Career Guide.
Yep.
And we've dove into their amazing AI tools. Those are game changers.
I think it's time to move on to the final section of our deep dive.
Sounds good.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, what does all of this mean for you?
Right, for all those aspiring family social workers out there.
Yeah, you're about to embark on this journey.
You're not just prepping for an interview.
Right.
You're stepping into a profession that can really change lives.
It's a big deal.
It is.
And armed with all these insights, plus, those incredible tools that RoleCatcher provides.
Yes.
I think you're well on your way to really shining in that interview.
Preparation is key.
It is. And remember,
Yeah.
your passion, your empathy, those are your greatest strengths.
Don't let the nerves overshadow that.
That's such a good reminder. And like we explored in the Career Guide, they encourage finding your niche within this field. What really resonates with you?
Wow.
Is it child welfare? Substance abuse?
Yep.
Working with families impacted by trauma?
It could be any of those things. Finding that focus.
Yeah.
It can make you stand out as a candidate.
Absolutely.
But even more importantly,
Yeah.
it can bring like a deeper sense of fulfillment to your work.
It's about finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where your skills and your passions align.
It's about alignment.
It is.
It's about finding your purpose.
Exactly.
Okay, I think we've given everyone a lot to think about today.
We have.
A lot of great information and resources
Mm-hmm.
to help them on this journey to becoming a family social worker.
And don't forget,
Yes.
RoleCatcher offers free access to their platform,
Amazing.
so you can start exploring all these tools right now.
Incredible. So what are you waiting for?
Yeah, go check it out.
Go check it out, and thank you so much for joining us today
It was my pleasure.
for this deep dive into the world of family social work.
That's a fascinating field.
It is. And until next time on The Deep Dive.
Take care.